Hello, Leo. How are you? My name is Laurie, if you happen to be new here. I am going to do a 12 houses spread for you. We're going to take a deep dive into this weekly reading for you. See what's going on in your life currently based on this 12 houses spread. I am happy that you are here. Thank you for spending your time here with me. Let's go ahead and lay this spread out. Okay, so we're going through the houses, all 12. Oops. If it comes out in the reverse, I will let you know whether I'm supposed to take it that way or not. All right, so we've got the 12 houses out here, and the first house is here, and we are going to take a look at how you present yourself to the world. What does the world see? What's your sense of worth? What's your self-confidence like? You know, your appearance. Do you feel confident? Do you have things that you wish you could do differently? Or what is your sense of self-worth? All right, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, there's a brand new start here for some of you. Most of you, actually. Starting over, starting new. Feeling bigger, better, more confident, more stable. Maybe you just were released from a relationship that was difficult. We literally have a ferret or a weasel in the background here. It looks like you've overcome any negative energies here. So you're presenting a very nice image to the world. One of confidence, of protecting what is yours too, is coming through very strongly here. Interesting. So there's been a major change. Maybe you are nothing like what you used to be. Or maybe the world just sees you differently now that you're in a different position. Maybe you've elevated somehow in your life to a position of empowerment, of power, of status within your community, your family, at work. All right, let's move on. And that's beautiful energy. Let's move on and see what we have here for house 2. How do you deal with material things? Do you feel like you have enough? Do you feel like you're always lacking money, material things? Everybody else has more than you? Or do you feel like you are just gifted with everything that you need, that the universe provides? What is your current viewpoint on that situation? The Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady wins the race, is the attitude here. However, something just picked up pace for you. So maybe you realize that if you want more, it's not about trying to force or control things to move, but going with the flow, allowing spirit and the universe to bring to you those material things that you are seeking and desiring. Yeah, that's beautiful. So for most of you, it's always been about, I need to get to $1,000, so I'm going to put $5 a week in the savings account until I get there. And when that $5 wasn't there, there might have been issues, okay? And you might have tried to force things to happen to make that $5 so that you could put that in the bank, because that's what you had to do if you wanted to reach that goal by your end date, instead of just saying, okay, it can go off by another week, or maybe in 2 weeks I'll put $10 in because I didn't have the 5 this week. Instead of doing and going with the flow like you are now, in the past you may have been like, I've got to find out how to get that $5 in there this week. I've got to do it today. Okay? You've broken that sense of control. You're more going with the flow of things, and things are starting to come to you easily. Others of you, you may feel like, you know, I'm never stuck. I always receive exactly what I need. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and look at how you get along in your relationships. Are you good at communicating with people? Have you been shut down by people? How do you feel about your ability to speak up for yourself, to be heard by those around you? All right, let's see what's going on here. The Emperor, you're very confident. Yeah, you're fine, Leo. You're courageous. You bridge gaps. Look at this. You're standing on a bridge right here. So you are finding ways to overcome any negative situations that arose in your childhood. Like if your parents didn't listen to you, if your friends laughed at you, you found a way to conquer those negative feelings. You've dealt with them, you've internalized them, you've explored them, you've looked at them, and you've overcome the fear, uh, the inadequacy, the insecurities. You've overcome that. You are very, very confident at this point in your life. That is beautiful. You're a leader. People see you as being a leader, very confident, capable. You're educated, and you're very good. I'm getting something about interpreting. Okay, so some of you may be literal language interpreters or reading foreign books and putting it into English terms, something along that nature. There is something about interpreting here. All right, let's go ahead and see what we have here in House 4. House 4 is your relationships with your family, your friends. This is your root area here, okay? So this is your childhood. How is that affecting what you're dealing with today? Oh, 9 of Swords. There could have been a lot of fear in your relationships. You know, maybe you lacked security, a voice. Somebody may have told you that you were not competent, that you were not intelligent. And this is what you have overcome here. All right, some of you may or may not have been nurtured by your family, your mother especially, in House 4. But there's wisdom. You kind of always had this wisdom, this knowledge that this is not the way it was going to be forever. All right, so you've moved past that energy. You have definitely conquered that energy. Now, there is something in your subconscious here, though, that does fear, maybe, all the time, that people won't listen to you, that people may try to shut you down. People might try to talk, say things, and you may be interpreting them based on what happened in your past. So if somebody uses a particular word or says a particular phrase or looks at you a certain way, that may trigger these responses from your childhood. Consciously, in your waking hours, you've dealt with this. You've overcome that. However, when you're sleeping or when you're trying something new, it's kind of like that thing that's bothering you at the back of your mind, but you aren't paying any attention to it because you don't know what it really is. Kind of like that negative feeling that you get before you try something new, where you're like, oh my gosh, imposter syndrome. Like, who am I to do this? You're fine, okay? Don't let those worries or fears conquer your current energy. And I don't think you are allowing that to happen. Let's look at House 5 here, which is about your relationships, your sense of children, okay? House 5. Yeah, children, creativity, and your relationships, romance, and in particular. Okay, we've got the 7 of Wands here. So there might be quite a few of you that have put people at arm's length. You could be in a time of transition here, coming out of one relationship and not ready to go into another one. So you're just kind of holding everything at bay, just focusing on yourself right now. And getting your ethics straight, realizing what role you played in your relationships. Now, this could have been childhood relationships, but it could also be a current energy around you, what you have been dealing with, the breakup that you're currently going through, if you are going through one, which I do feel like a lot of you are going through something like that. And you're having, and it does not have to be strictly romantic here. I am getting something about setting your limits, okay? Like your boundaries. You don't want people crossing them. There could be a question at work like, no, I can't take on any more here, okay? My sense of responsibility says, yeah, I probably should keep doing this. I should. My sense of duty, my sense of responsibility, yours might be telling you, no, I need to back off. I need to take time for myself. I'm starting to feel overwhelmed. And just because I can handle it doesn't mean I'm going to. That's what's coming through here. Have you ever had a success? You've accomplished something and you're just sitting there thinking to yourself, wow, that was pretty cool. I did that. I created that. I succeeded, whatever it is. And then all of a sudden, people are coming to you and they're like, oh, well, since you can handle your job and this person's job because they were off for a week, now we're just going to give you all the responsibilities of both your job and their job, and we're going to fire them. And here you are. You're not getting paid anymore. You're like, oh, no, 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 no. Okay. I did this as a one-time thing. You know, okay. You know what I'm talking about if you're resonating with that. Let's move on to house 6 and see what we have here for work and your health. All right, the Judgment card. See, you're making decisions to rise above situations. You may decide to change the dynamics of a relationship. You may decide to let a relationship, a work situation, a belief, or something else go. You're just not going to hang on to it anymore. You're going to set yourself free from something here. Some of you are waiting on a judgment external to yourself, a court decision, a decision from the person that maybe you have just broken up with. You maybe had to put an ultimatum to that person. But there is definitely a decision to rise above whatever is happening in your life right now. Could be work, definitely, but it could also have something to do with your health. If you're being affected negatively by a relationship, by a work situation, yeah, you're looking, and this looks like you may try to change the dynamics around it, lay down some boundaries, some limits. Definitely moving past it, though. Not going to stay stuck in that energy. Forging ahead. Forging ahead. All right, let's take a look at whatever's happening here in all of your relationships. How do you deal with people? Did you have good relationships as a child? Did that carry over into your adulthood? Did you have to fight to start seeing relationships as something beneficial? Let's see what we have. Oh, see, a lot of relationships for you have been you carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. You know, you were the protector. You were the one that was always there to clean up the messes, to carry and see somebody else through. That is a lot of weight. Okay, now some of you, I'm hearing this really kind of different message here. Some of you, this is feeling like tough love. Like, I could go over there and I could carry all of those wands for you, but what sense of worth would you have if I did your thing? All right, so it's not tough love. It's allowing a person to grow as themselves, okay, as themselves, through their trials, through their own experiences, but still being the protector, still being there to see them through. Okay, and you're ready. If they're about to stumble or fall or get caught up in something negative, you're right there to protect them. You're ready to step in and take care of whatever needs to be done. All right, let's go ahead and see what we have here. And this house right here is the opposite of your first house, okay? So again, it looks like you've had a brand new start here. Oh, yeah. And I mean, both images have the stag. Okay, so you're back here. Maybe now you're seeing yourself less as the center focal point of your relationship, whatever relationship it is, work, family, friends, home, neighbors, tribe, church, whatever it is. And you're saying, okay, I can step back. I can allow this person to grow. This could be, too, that you've left a relationship, a position of leadership for something newer, bigger, and better. And you are helping someone else to transition into that position. All right, let's look at house 8. What have we got here for you in your resources? What you've brought into this world, okay? What karmic relationships and so on and so forth are here for you. The Strength card, Leo energy. This is your energy. This is your karmic energy, your strength, your ability to get through difficult times. And I do see there have been some challenges here that you are still trying to overcome. So that's beautiful. I don't know why. I mean, this is Roman numerals, okay? And it is the 8, Roman numeral 8. But when I looked at that number, the first image I saw was 911. Now, I don't know if you, my lovely Leo, were out there during 911, caught up in, the tragedy of that. I feel that's part of this here, and that may have grown some of your courage. It took you time to get over that. Oh my gosh, absolutely. And I don't think you're ever going to be completely over it, but I'm getting a sense of finding an inner strength, a courage, a bravery that you may not have known you actually possessed. This could have been, I can't go any deeper into this because it will bring up very negative energies here. You have found a confidence. You are moving forward. You are strong, very strong, internally, personally. You're finding those limits. You're finding ways to rise above the difficult situation here. Oh my goodness. Yes, I give you all kinds of credit here, Leo. You deserve it. You have come a long way, baby. A long way. All right, so let's look at house 9 here. And this is the house of your learnings. All right. Your expansion into the world. Do you see the world as a welcoming place? Are you, do you stay at home? Do you stay just within your community? Or do you continuously learn and grow and travel to foreign places? Or at least if you can't physically travel there, you're reading about it, watching videos about it, expanding your understanding of the world and the universe. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, you are. 6 of Wands. I love seeing this because I kept getting this energy here when I saw the 7 of Wands. Your success is here. You are an achiever. You are somebody who grows and doesn't get stuck in the past. Okay. Yes, things from our past need to be dealt with. Okay. How do we deal with that? How do we deal with our past? How do we deal with the things that we feel are way beyond our control? We sit and we allow ourselves time to heal completely as much as we can from whatever has happened. Whether it's good or it's bad, we have to take time to honor those feelings, those emotions, process what has happened to the best of our ability. And the one thing I feel you have learned to stop doing, which really helped you grow like in leaps and bounds here, is to stop asking the why question where there is no answer. Okay. Now you've internalized that why. Why do I see the world this way? Why do I feel this way? Why do I feel heartbroken over this situation? Do I need to feel heartbroken over this? Did I create this situation? So this is you exploring yourself. And this 6 of Wands says you learned, you grew, you expanded, and you're still doing all of that and more. Even when it feels like it's fate or destiny or way beyond your control, you're no longer saying, why me? No, you're looking at it and you're saying, oh, I wonder why I feel the way I do. I wonder why I think about this situation the way I do. Is it my belief or is it society's belief? Or is it my parents' belief? Is it mine? Okay. So exploration of self, of your world, of the situations, of your spirituality, it's all there for you. All right, let's go ahead and see what your sense of purpose in life is. Do you feel like you have a destiny, a life mission that you must accomplish? Or are you more like, I will experience life as it comes my way? And let's see what you've got here. Okay, and this would be house 10. All right, so 10 of Cups, you're very happy in life. Your goal is to be happy in life. That is happy home, taking care of those around you, the ones you love, celebrating, being in the moment, a sense of peace, of abundance, of having more than enough. I mean, this house is not a small house. This is a house with multiple generations possibly, or multiple members, community. This is beautiful. Your purpose to you in your life at this current time is seeking happiness, not just for yourself, but those that you love and that you hold near and dear. All right, so your work may be centered around helping other people find happiness, to find peace, to find joy, to be in the moment. You could be somebody like a tour guide, a travel agent, somebody that helps people to find pleasure in life. Now, there's many, many more things you could be. Absolutely. And if I didn't name it, which I can't name them all, please drop it in the comments. Let me know. What do you do in life that helps other people feel good? All right. Or comment in any of the houses at any point during this message. All right. Let's take a look at house 11, which is your friends, your groups, your community. This is the place where you either feel like you fit in, you can take it or leave it, or you don't fit in at all. Okay, so this is your viewpoint on relationships, on community, your sense of humanity as a whole, volunteering, not volunteering, keeping yourself out of the mainstream, or being actively involved all the time, or just sitting by, and watching things, being an observer. And you have the Lovers here. Okay, so there is an energy of peace, of equality, of alignment, wanting to fulfill desires, your desires, other people's desires. Now, this also does speak of your sense of sensuality, those things that may be a little bit taboo in society, how you feel about those things. So there is a little bit of a energy here of trying to possibly deal with letting go of. I'm going to put it that way. There could be the element of letting go of societal beliefs around taboo subjects. All right, we're going to leave that right there. You find alignment in your sense of peace. I'm getting Gemini energy here. Okay, beautiful. Venus. The energy is positive here. It's not a negative energy. You're just changing up your viewpoint on these things, coming into alignment. All right, now we're going to enter the house of Pisces, which is all about the fantasy, your ability to be creative, what you want, what you don't want, seeing things the way you view them. Okay, how do you move through this energy? Tower, sometimes you're surprised by things that after they've happened, you feel like, why didn't I see that coming? Why didn't I see that coming? Okay, so it could be that because we are in the house of Pisces, we put some, what do they call those? Rose-colored glasses on. I just heard sunglasses. That's what tripped me up. No, rose-colored glasses. But sometimes, we put the sunglasses on to cut down the glare of the light. Okay, so that means we're focusing more on the darker side. So there's a need for the balance here that's coming through with that Lover's card in your previous house, house 11, which, funny, you've got the 2 pillars there representing alignment, which is 11, okay? But yeah, it is definitely alignment, balance. And I am hearing for others of you that this is the place where your mind is just like, when you take the time to daydream, when you take the time to explore the universe, your place in this universe, in the world, in your community, whatever is going on, your mind might just get blown at how many blessings you have. And this kind of keeps you humble. Leo's got a lot of pride. We all know that. Okay. And if I'm wrong, go ahead and drop it in the comments and I'll tell you that it's because you have probably a much, if you're disagreeing with it, it means you have something else as your rising sign, a non-fire sign. Okay. More like a Cancer or something of that nature, or Libra. But I do feel like this is how you get checked, how your ego gets checked at the door, and you can stay humble. For most of you, okay, you experience this, you already know this. Some of you, you keep getting knocked down by the universe simply because you hang on to that sense of trying to control the situation instead of taking the time to go with the flow and just let things happen. And I do feel like this is most likely energy from the past, not current energy. All right, this is a beautiful reading for you right now. It looks like you're making your way through a difficult situation. You have a brand new start here. The dynamics of the situation are changing because you do have a sense of limits, boundaries, self-respect, self-care. You're no longer going to stay in any negative energies. You're rising above it. This could be you carrying the weight, within your group, or being outside of the situation and allowing somebody else to grow, or being the one who's growing here. Somebody around you may be protecting you. Again, keep that in mind. Okay. But whatever it is, there is a burden here, but it's one that everybody in life must carry from time to time. And what we learn from that burden is the important aspect in life. All right. So allowing other people to experience those things for themselves. So with children, especially with younger co-workers, new employees, new community members, they don't have all the information that you have. Okay. So they're carrying a lot of weight. If you can step back and let them kind of grow into the position, into who they're going to be, offering protection, offering community. We don't have just one stag or deer back here. We have several. Okay. So watching and giving help where it's needed. Spirit wants to remind you, you have a lot of courage, a lot of strength. Whatever you went through, you succeeded to overcome it. Definitely have a focus, a life mission to make other people happy, to feel comfortable, protecting, creating a beautiful home, a beautiful life, finding the alignment and keeping your ego in check. Beautiful message here. Please, please, please do me a favor. This is a very small channel, and I would appreciate it if you would give that like button a tap. Okay, could you click on that like button? Could you drop a comment here to help out, get these messages out to more and more people? Can you share this with somebody, another Leo, or somebody that needs to know this about you, what you're currently involved in? All right, if you can do those things, I would be grateful beyond belief, okay? And I know there's a new thing called the hype button. If you've enjoyed this new style of reading, let me know. You maybe want to hype that this message. And if you do, again, I'm eternally grateful to you for helping. All right, let's go ahead and see what we have here. 1001. So that's a mirroring number. Okay, if you hold it up to itself, it's a mirror image. All right, so we have spiritual awakening here. New beginnings. Here we go with that Ace of Pentacles, with divine guidance, divine protection. There is personal growth and development, self-exploration here, going with the flow, figuring out your place in this situation, that you don't want to stay where you're at. You want to go on and grow. You're prioritizing creativity at this time, which says you're expanding, you're opening yourself up, you're feeling the flow. All right. And this tells you that you are heading in the right direction. There is a new phase, either in religion or spiritual quest, or just any personal relationship. You are going through an awakening, which can feel very difficult, very challenging. It can even feel like the dark night of the soul experience. You are on the path to enlightenment, however, so hang in there, because this too shall pass, okay? And it will not last any longer than you allow it to. But you have to take the time to process whatever it is you're going through so that you are fully healed before you try to move on to something else. All right, my loves, my lovely Leos, I hope you've enjoyed this message. If you are interested in a personal reading, please email me. My email address is on my channel page or in the description box. I will send you all the details on how it works. And thank you for being here. I'm wishing you a beautiful and blessed day. Bye-bye.